Attack is the best defense, as the opponent will be retarded, as you can occupy and control the central axis with your strikes. Therefore, the first few strikes should be tailored to do that. Since it is for self-defense, strikes must be lethal and powerful. One must have the urgency to finish the fight as soon as possible. So, train to hit the vital parts which can cause the most damage. Throat, solar plexus, and groin will be the targets to strike. Drill all these actions frequently so that you are programmed. Subconsciously and over time develop power and accuracy. Flow training for self-defense is to develop sensitivity, to simulate the situation, and to develop the skill to counter. To familiarize the forces, positioning, and biomechanics involved, in order to execute techniques and also response to opponent counter. From one technique, variation may be necessary as the opponent reacts, so adjust, reorganize, and respond accordingly, as may be required in actual confrontation. The attacker will definitely be throwing a barrage of strikes, and therefore, to hinder him, one must be also striking continuously, giving him no chance to attack, but to defend. So, not only you must be fast, your strikes must be lethal. Understand how most strikes are executed will prepare you better in how to counter, defend, and counter strikes. For street fights, the attackers are most likely swinging strikes, but can be very powerful and fast with unpredictable angles. As martial artists, certain level of body conditioning is necessary, as it is inevitable that some strikes will slip through. But with certain level of conditioning, the body will be able to take it, and you will not succumb to body shock. Look at how Muay Thai fighters and boxers take punches. Will make you realize where Wing Chun practitioners stand. It is doubtful even whether they can counter the strikes, as they are fast and powerful. If Wing Chun practitioners do not condition as they do, with their parts of their arms and legs as weapon, the possibilities of outdoing them is obvious, especially like the modern Wing Chun fighting at the wrong range. As for kicks in street fighting, it is better to be simple and direct. To counter kicks, you can move in, back, or to the sides, or hold ground and lift up your leg to counter. Make sure your knee is occupying the center line and high enough to have a wider coverage of defense. Any kicks can be obstructed or deflected when in contact, and you should have the skill to kick back, aiming preferably at the solar plexus. Let's try out some.